Hey guys, welcome to the Chelsea Proving Grounds out here in Michigan. This is where they test all their new vehicles, and we're out here for the launch of the new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The brand new 5th generation Grand Cherokee, 3 rows, pretty cool, but what I am secretly really excited about is this Jeep behind me. One of the first ever Grand Cherokees. This is a Grand Cherokee ZJ, the 1st generation, and this one was manufactured in January of 1992, so it has to be one of the first ever Grand Cherokees. Now, this Grand Cherokee is super cool. So the ZJ was built from 1993 through about 1998, and they were pretty revolutionary. So bigger, more comfortable than its smaller sibling, the Cherokee. But this really was a revolution in SUVs because it brought, luxury, comfort, off-road ability to the masses. Of course, the Cherokee, the Grand Wagoneers of the 80s and 90s, they were very capable. They were either very comfortable or pretty affordable, but this kind of brought both into one package. It was the right size, it was the right style, and it's so cool to see one with just over 8,000 miles on it. So let's pop the hood and talk about what powered these old beasts. So, this one has a 4-liter straight 6. Arguably, probably my favorite engine ever made. The 4-liter straight 6 is bulletproof. It was just bomb-proof. Horsepower rating right around 190, so not a lot by today's standards, but they just went forever. Let's see if I can figure out how to open the hood on one of these. It's been a while. There we go. So, 190 horsepower, not very fuel efficient, but straight 6 design. It is fuel injected, and these things will go absolutely forever, well over 200, in some cases 300,000 miles before rebuild. What won't go to 300,000 miles before rebuilds are the transmissions. These had terrible automatic transmissions, just garbage. I hate to say it. They did a very brief stint of the manual transmissions, but those 4-speed automatics were terrible, which is a shame because the rest of the Jeep was really super rugged. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is what I'm really excited about. Kind of cool in a retro 80s, 90s way. Big square switches for the windows here. A lot of kind of gray plastic, old school airbag, right? Big and chunky. Love the traditional gauges. Look at all that stuff it tells you. Fuel, battery, tach, speed, oil pressure, water temperature. The radio has got a little screen and a little cassette player. If you look down here, we've got the selector for the automatic transmission, park, reverse, neutral drive, 3 and 1 and 2 selectability, and then the transfer case. All-time 4-wheel drive, neutral, and 4-low in this one. Old school parking brake, but look how big and chunky everything is. Squared off dash, flat dashboard, basic looking little glove box here. This was it's your supplemental cup holders, I guess, while you're out at your Sonic getting your food. But 2 big cup holders down here in the middle, which is pretty good for the early 90s. I do like that. Majorly large center console, and these seats. I love these old ZJ seats. They're like this high back bucket seat with this big bolstering and this kind of almost bus-like pattern down the middle, but super comfortable. And even today, this is a good seat. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but the Grand Cherokee ZJ, solid axle, so infinitely capable off-road, but unibody construction, so there's no frame underneath this. It's just like the new one. The Grand Cherokee has always been a unibody design. Rear seat, good room, really good room. I'm 6'1", plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom as well. And then let's go ahead and check out the trunk, because why not? These had kind of an interesting setup where the spare tire was mounted inside the trunk, not underneath the floor, nothing like that. There it is. And then little rub strips on the floor. These things are not very collectible today. I don't know why the XJs are so expensive and the ZJs are still so affordable. But if you want a proper off-roader with a low range and 4-wheel drive and the ribs down the side, this is one of the things these were known for. Check these out. You could also get them with V8s. I think a 5.2, and there was even a 5.9, which was a monster. But my choice would be the 4-liter with the manual transmission if you can find it. Leave it stock, look how cool it is stock, and then go play with that out in the dirt. Well, just a quick look at the super cool Grand Cherokee ZJ they had here. Check out TFL Car and TFLOffroad.com. Here comes the thunder. We've got a lot more on the new Grand Cherokee L.